Hey, am I wearing the same shirt as last week?
Probably. As
Yeah, you're probably right.
Now we've done Lemuria. We've done Boo.
next
Now
is Atlantis.
let's talk about Atlantis. The trifecta. Atlantis.
Welcome to the Mystic Podcast. Yay, season 2. Season 2, episode 3. Already episode 3.
Episode 3.
Already episode 3 with Tommy Nine Toes and JC, the popper, the popcorn man, the popcorn connoisseur.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Now you're attributing titles to me I have not properly earned.
The Renaissance man.
These are credentials you don't have, huh?
Yeah.
So, Tommy, what are we talking about this
Today
week?
we are going to talk about
Okay, he'll finish that word. It's not the word you think it's going to be. Let's all just take a moment to notice that nothing happened September 24th.
Something happened.
Other than all of the generals being hauled down to Quantico.
I have been forbidden to talk about what happened on the 24th.
What happened?
Well, that's a good question. Unfortunately, forbidden.
What's forbidden?
I was kind of let down. I was looking up in the sky. I was hoping that there would be, some kind of laser light show. I would be like,
I was at least expecting something just bizarre to happen. But here's the thing. How do we know it didn't happen?
I don't know. It didn't happen in my area.
That's what we don't know what happened, but how do we know whatever happened didn't happen?
I did do
much
laundry with one pair of socks in my laundry, and both of them were in the dryer at the end.
There you go. No, you know what I'm saying? Something could have happened.
I'm sure something happened somewhere.
But we don't know what's happening.
It's 420.
That is not different than any other damn day I have ever been alive, Michelle.
I'm trying to think. When was that? Wednesday?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I feel a great disturbance. As if something has happened and I wasn't there to see it.
What can I say? Maybe it happened and we just weren't there to see it. I don't know. But nothing happened. It was the 20th to the 25th, actually, was a whole window that various people were watching. And I don't think a darn thing happened the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think anything important happened.
I was a little let down. I was kind of hoping, just like when Y2K was coming down, I'm like, okay, because back then I had really bad credit. I was like, come on.
Did you see that they pulled resin off the Buga Sphere and said it's like thousands of years old?
12,500. I sent you that video. Isn't that an interesting number?
Well, yeah. But my only question about that is, I thought it was steel, so why is there resin on it? Where's the resin coming from? What part of the thing is resin?
Hang on. We'll get to the bottom. We'll get to the bottom of that.
All right. Because that's what puzzles me is like what resin was on those steel ball. Other than that, that's an important thing.
Okay, 12,560 years old. Okay,
which would be around Atlantis.
I know.
Yeah.
And what were we talking about last week? Here I had in my head that these cycles ran, hundreds of thousands. Maybe they only run 12,500. Maybe that's the freaking cycle.
There's probably a bunch of different cycles that coincide with each other. Like Tommy's haircut.
It does say the sphere's resin, but it's like, tell me what the sphere's
resin. Hairs.
The resin's age and the sphere's unique feature have led. But it doesn't tell you what the resin is. Okay.
Yeah. There's not very much information about the resin or what part of the ball had the resin, because it looks seamless. I mean, there are grooves and stuff where the markings are, but why would there be? I mean, what is it? Tree resin? It's not a. Is it epoxy? Does they build it with resin?
It's pixie dust.
Yeah, probably right.
Someone's out there to stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
More pixie dust.
Here's the report. Here's freaking the report. Okay, but give me more. I think it is something because it says the ancient resin sparked interest due to its potential insights into ancient flora and ecosystems. Yeah. So whatever it is natural.
But
so it's like, where are they getting it?
But when you look at the thing, where's the resin?
Right. That's what exactly.
Is it dust? Maybe. I mean, like, pollen or something. Maybe they found.
And new scans have revealed that there's another object inside of it.
I feel like that
goes kind of your fin. Remember that on the tick?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm sure. I'm sure if you took the time and dug, you could find out what it is. But
maybe they got the Buga Sphere and they need to find out that it takes 3 licks to get to the center.
Get to the center, yeah.
That's a good
but
point.
I just found that 12,500 mark.
That's
extremely interesting.
That's the younger Dryas.
Well, for me, if they did pull resin off of it, however they got it, that makes it a lot more valid. Because I mean, I have my doubts about the whole thing anyway. But I mean, if they actually, I just don't see the resin on it, and they don't mention what part of the thing had resin. That's the only thing that bugs me about it. Other than that, I feel like this would kind of validate it because I mean, I'm sure they took it to. Didn't they take it to one of the known universities?
Yes. Yeah. And I saw the report that they wrote. I'm going to see what chat says. He's looking. He's searching. He's thinking.
Choose your words wisely.
Now he's about to puke up a wall of text all over your screen.
Here's
what I found.
Look at that.
Okay, so he says that there is no credible scientific report that he could locate specifically where did the resin come from on this Buga Sphere, which was my question. However, according to statements from proponents, a small sample of a resin associated with the sphere. Okay, yeah, we know that. The claim resulted that it's 12,000, blah, blah. Implication, but again, where exactly on or within the sphere? Yeah, the greatest uncertainty is where exactly on or within the sphere the resin was located, whether it was part of the original manufacture or contaminant, environmental residue, and whether it was securely bound to the sphere in a way that tests the sphere's age. Oh, now listen. I should read that again because that just went pow. There has been theories saying that the Buga Sphere is actually like a time-traveling drone. Like instead of they're whatever this civilization is, instead of sending people and putting people in harm's way because they just want to learn things, they send drones. And that this Buga Sphere is just that. This statement here that I just read would mean it was back there when the younger Dryas was happening. Now it's here to collect what information?
Maybe it's monitoring our progress after the cataclysm.
Or is it getting ready for the next one?
Well, I mean, the only thing it could be is a drone. It's unmanned. So, I mean...
it is just a...
But
Yeah,
I would think
information.
more like maybe a dimensional drone than a time drone.
Well, if we look at physics, that's what time travel is going to alternate dimensions,
Yeah.
because there is no future and there is no past. It's all parallel and entangled. That's getting interesting.
Yeah, hopefully they find something else about it. Or I don't know why I wonder if they're trying to jumpstart it some way.
I don't know.
They're out there with a battery and a couple jumper cables.
Yeah, multimeter and some D cells.
Right.
They're out there licking 9 volts.
So Atlantis, let's get back on track. Atlantis. Tell us, Tommy, get us started. Where are we going with Atlantis?
The last time we ventured into the mysteries of Lemuria, a civilization said to have vanished beneath the waves. Today, we set sail again, this time toward perhaps the most famous of all lost worlds, Atlantis. From Plato's writings to modern theories, from myth to science, Atlantis has fascinated explorers, philosophers, and dreamers for centuries.
To this day.
Was it a real civilization swallowed by the sea, a moral parable crafted by Plato, or something far stranger? An echo of forgotten ages now buried beneath history. Let's dive deep into the legend of Atlantis and see what truths or mysteries we might uncover. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right. Thank you for coming. No.
Thank you. Good night.
Atlantis. Yeah. Well, you know why I think Atlantis is the one we remember most? Because it was the one just before us.
I think it's the reason why we remember so much is because it's the one that's closest to the Europe. It's
also the only one from back then that was brought anywhere current. You know, like the rest of them were just lost. Like if we found something in like South America that was totally different than anything else, we wouldn't know what to call it. We wouldn't be able to identify the writing, nothing. It would just be something old. But like the Atlantis one went through Egypt and Solon to Plato and to us. So that's like one that has persisted. And I saw somebody make a good point. It's like, because you know that people try to kind of downplay it by saying that Plato was trying to teach a lesson about whatever, you know, and it was all like symbolic.
Well, and it says here there's a growing emphasis on integrating the heart-centered wisdom of Lemuria with the technological prowess of Atlantis so that we can ascend into what many call the new Earth or the next root race of humanity.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, we're on number 5, right? We're the Aryan.
That's
And so like this is the next race is supposed to be like.
And that's why I'm saying maybe I think it's so we're the ones that, well, no, we didn't beat Atlantis out. We are Atlantis.
Well, allegedly they spread out to different continents.
Well, right, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so they had influence on everything. Apparently, allegedly.
Well, the thing is,
what I was going to say is that, you know, the people that say that Plato was trying to teach lessons through his story and it was symbolic, like if he was trying to teach like morality lessons or societal lessons or something, we wouldn't need to know what the buildings were made out of. We wouldn't need to know the layout of the city. We wouldn't need to know a lot of the details that he put into it, which have nothing to do with the lessons they try to say that he was trying to give us with the story he made up.
Right.
Like there's a lot of details. It's like, why would he include that? Why would he include that? Those and those details had to have come from Solon, from the Egyptians, and wherever they got it from.
And the thing also to kind of add on to that, you know, JC, you talk about it, you know, they went to different continents. The Aztecs talk about Atlantis.
Well, they called it Aslan or Adelan, or I don't know. Well, like there's a bunch of different names that sound similar that they called it in the Yucatan and Mexico, North America, Europe, like all the way around that ocean. They had different names, but they had a similar sound to them, talking about an island nation from out in the ocean.
It says here that they became the ancestors of the Maya and other Mesoamerican civilizations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And supposedly there's like I think they refer to the god with a Quetzalcoatl,
Yep. And that's a snake.
Supposedly they talk about this white-haired white guy showing up and teaching them stuff. You know,
Which,
I mean, I know there's some stories about that.
Isn't that like the description of Anu they gave when he came to check things out?
Probably it's very possible.
It seems like that description kind of matched up.
I'd say Anu or Inky, one of those two.
Edgar Casey talked about it in his readings. He let's see here. Great.
That's another person I really like. Edgar Casey. His track record is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. It's like 100%.
Yeah,
it's kind of scary.
No, it is scary because obviously there's something we should be doing that he did.
Edgar Casey talked about the Atlantean priest scientists. So it was like science,
and he said that
was equal, and sometimes called the sons of the law of one.
Yeah, which is another thing because there's a study these people were doing. I don't want to say out of body experiences, but they're doing meditation experiences, and the subject would get possessed by someone called Ra, and he would talk about the one like that, like you said it, and it's like the power of one and the being of one, and like a lot of these things come up in different things that are allegedly unrelated, but the same kind of things keep coming up.
And it so fits. I mean, what you're talking about is...
And they also found that there is a chamber under that paw of the Sphinx at Edgar Casey.
Well, it talks about the Sphinx here somewhere.
Yeah. Edgar Casey predicted there's a chamber down there with tablets from Atlantis that have a lot of lost information, and they actually found a chamber down there, but that like Zahi Hawass guy, I think he's I don't like the way he does things. I think he's full of it, but he won't allow anybody to have access to it. And the people he works for, they won't allow it.
I think the reason why Zahi Hawass, what he does,
he lies. He outright lies.
Right. I think the reason why he does that is because if you go back in history and you look at like these people from England coming in there and excavating the pyramids and stuff, and from France, and they go in there, they take stuff, they don't give it back.
Well,
it's items lost.
They took a core sample going down towards that chamber, and they hit granite and pulled out a little chunk of red granite. So there's definitely something underneath the Sphinx on that paw.
But check this out. They also went into Europe. Some survivors have gone north into the British Isles and became part of the Druidic and Celtic lineages. Some traditions even link Stonehenge and other stone circles to Atlantean astronomical knowledge.
Well, and in all those places where they allegedly went is where they say they find those large
and Asia
people.
Asia is where the legend of the white gods. Is that what you were talking about?
No, I was talking about the Aztecs.
Bringers arriving after a great flood, sometimes depicted with beards and light skin, who taught agriculture, weaving, and law to early peoples.
And you know what?
Atlantis also disappeared during the Great... I mean, that's the same time as the Great Flood.
And you know what? You know what else? Look at the Bible. The fallen angels, they come down there, they are teaching people, the ancient people,
Yeah.
I mean, this gets me how people can't equate that angels coming down from the sky and teaching things doesn't equate to extraterrestrials coming down from the sky and teaching things. Like that's what makes more sense. Like
they'd rather be angels than aliens.
Yeah, like religious people won't budge from the angels and God lives in the sky kind of a deal. But I mean, the gods came from the sky. It's just obvious that if something came from the sky and taught us things, it wasn't some mystical thing. It was beings from somewhere else. It wasn't angels like religious text describes them. They were, they have a home somewhere, and it's not heaven. It's another planet.
Right. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it always bugs me that they won't allow those things to equate. You can't talk them into equating that.
Right. I was just making a reference because showing that there's a difference there. In the Bible it says they went down there, like in the Book of Enoch, or one of the books that they don't put in the Bible. It's in the Ethiopian Bible, but not the King James. The Book of Enoch. There's the Book of Giants. There's a lot of stuff there.
Lot of stuff.
There's a lot of really interesting books that didn't get into the Bible that probably should have been there.
That's because those books make you ask the wrong questions to the church.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's no question that the Bible of today is strategically.
It's a control mechanism.
Yeah, it's strategically organized.
I mean, the overall message of the Bible is good as far as life lessons and teaching you how to behave with other people, but it's a control mechanism.
Yeah,
and it's designed to be that way.
It's designed to bring fear. It's designed to bring a sense of servitude.
Yeah, do this or else this will happen. There's a lot of ultimatums.
So, and that is not at all what it's about.
I agree.
So when the Atlanteans, okay, here's what I'm going to ask.
And now, I don't know if you heard me, but most of the places where they say the Atlanteans dispersed into on the other continents, a lot of those have the same thing where they're saying that they have dug up large skeletons of red-haired people.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and I don't know how old those skeletons are, but I think it's interesting that all around the Atlantic, you find those things on the different continents, and that's where they're supposed to have gone. I've never looked into the age of them or anything, but I kind of associate them together in my head because why not?
My thing is, I mean, with Atlantis, because we talked about Lemuria, we talked about Mu, we're talking about Atlantis now. It's like they all three have one thing in common: they went underneath the water. In the end, they were saying about 9,500, BC.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, to me, something had to happen to the Earth.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a long time ago, and I don't remember what country had this stuff, but there's stories about it that weren't from Egypt. And it looked like they were talking about Atlantis because you know who Dr. Ray Brown was in the 60s? Who found
name sounds familiar.
He found, allegedly, and now he actually has a thing that he says he got during this little adventure, but allegedly he was diving out in Bermuda somewhere, and he was underwater, and there was a crystal pyramid that was exposed after a storm, and he swam over to it, and there's an entryway in the top part of the pyramid, and he went in, and inside was a chamber, and from the top, the pyramid comes up to a point, and from there it was coming down some kind of a gold-colored rod, and on the end of it he said it was a dark red gem, and underneath it was a pair of hands that were sticking up like this, and they're holding a crystal ball. And he said he tried to pull the gem off the rod, but it wouldn't budge. But the ball came out of the hands, and he took it. And
of course he did.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing about it is the ball has weird properties. I can't remember what they all are now, but if you look at it from different directions, one direction looks like the pyramids of Giza, and if you look at it from another one, it looks like a big eye in there is staring back at you. And it has other properties too, but I can't remember what they are. And he actually has it. You used to be able to go, I think, into Arizona or New Mexico or somewhere, and it used to be on display. You go down there and see it.
See, it's that kind of stuff that screws everything up, gets everything all fucked up and out of whack.
Well, what came from that
crystal ball? Don't touch anything.
Well, what came from that was, and I don't remember what country it was, but there was a story I was reading about where they said that the name wasn't Atlantis, but it was similar. And they said that they had the conflict with, I think it was Mu, and they didn't like each other. And they were all decadent and everything in Atlantis. And they decided that they had this weapon they called the fire gem, which fit the description of the one that Dr. Brown said was in that top of the pyramid.
Okay. Yeah, red gem.
And they said they said that they used the fire gem to destroy Mu, but what they did was they tried to fire through the planet to hit Mu, and it sank themselves and sank Mu. So I don't know. I don't remember. And it's a long time ago. I don't remember anything about where I got that from. But that's kind of stuck with me. Yeah. Oh, maybe I dreamed it. I don't know. I'm not myself.
I think my thing is all three of these things, and then that's the time that they go underneath the waters of Younger Dryas, and that to me, that it's like something comes in there. I mean, there's some like mainstream scientists and stuff, and they talk about the Younger Dryas. This is something that happened over a gradual period of time. It didn't happen like overnight. Now, there's a lot of myths about Atlantis being gone in one day. 24 hours, it was sunk, done.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if something's going to do that, we get, and here's something that you've talked about, Michelle, pole shifts. I mean, what if a comet hit the planet hard enough, or multiple comets hit the planet hard enough? Because you had like the up around Billings, Montana, in that area, they have proof of melt, like a meltway, like there was a large, ice melt happen. It happened quick. It wasn't just something that just gradually happened. So it's like, what if, this Younger Dryas situation smacks into the planet, knocks the pole shift out, the poles out of whack for a little bit. We're wobbling through space.
So check this today. Hang on, I'm bringing up the article now. I read a Popular Mechanics article that was 2 days old. There's a rogue planet. It is heading our way. This is in Popular Mechanics.
Planet X.
Thundar the Barbarian.
Planetary mass object that it doesn't. Okay, that's what a rogue planet is. That's it. Okay. Called SIMP 0136. It's exhibiting aurora-like phenomenon similar to the Earth's northern lights.
It's coming here to watch Twitch.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen. Researchers using the James Webb Space Telescope observed the free-floating planetary mass object named SIMPS J01365663 plus 0933473, abbreviated to SIMP 0136, exhibiting aurora-like phenomenon similar to the Earth's northern lights. Do you understand what the northern lights are? Do you know what aurora?
It's magnetic. Deals with magnetic poles.
So this motherfucker's got a magnetic field.
Yeah, and it's apparently emitting light.
Yeah.
Which that's Nibiru.
That's just great.
Yeah, this is one of the first times atmospheric variations of a truly isolated object have been tracked in such detail.
When's that supposed to come into town?
That is already in town. It's already in our solar system.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. They said Planet X was just outside
and
the solar system.
Right now, it is actually in our solar system. At what's the last one? Pluto.
Yeah.
Well,
they're like out there.
Pluto's no longer a planet; it would be Neptune.
It will always be a planet.
Yeah, because remember I told you, Tom.
Neil deGrasse can kiss my. He's the one.
You're going to get us banned.
You're going to get us banned.
Let's talk about it.
I want to go.
Are you watching my Let's Talk About video?
We'll talk about that.
Well, I put the stupid Facebook app on my phone because I wanted to look at Marketplace. And
so you saw my video.
It auto logged me in. I thought I was just going to be able to look at Marketplace, but
so
it picked up on my phone and logged me in.
Did the shoe fit?
Your stuff keeps coming up, and just every time I go on Facebook, let's talk about it.
I only did one video with that, but did the shoe fit?
There is no way it was the same video every time. I promise.
For real, I've only done one video.
Talk about it with you every time I get on Facebook.
I'm just asking, did the shoe fit?
I was just giving you a hard time.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, this is for real.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, they said a few years ago, and I forgot how many, and I talked to Tom about it before, that they had detected, according to all the mathematics and the gravitational pull of everything, that there was another planet in our solar system that was outside of our reach. And then, like a few years after we talked about that, they said that they had detected an exoplanet, and that was most likely, Planet X.
Mhm.
And now they're like, and now they're able to describe it and say it's entering our system. And
Is this the Planet X? How long ago?
oh, I don't know. It might have been up to 10 years.
Years ago. No, it is not.
what if?
Sorry.
What if? And as we've gone off the rails of Atlantis, but I think this is a valid what if in this situation. What if our solar system is actually a binary star system, and Planet X rotates around both stars?
There's no star close enough to us to have a binary system.
That the mainstream freaking scientists don't tell us.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying that these rogue planets. What if it's not really a rogue planet? What if it's a planet that goes around? There's two suns in here, and we've got a planet going around, orbiting two suns. It's going into deep space.
I don't think
To the other sun, and then it comes back in, which would explain the distance of time in Hebrew.
I think the nearest star is way too far away for that.
The thing is, I mean, well,
it says here it's entirely possible that our own solar system has ejected planets in its early history, meaning there could be exiled siblings of Earth out there somewhere. Some scientists even speculate that if Planet 9 does exist, it could be a captured rogue planet that the sun snagged gravitationally billions of years ago, which would, in a way, connect those two ideas. And that's what this article in Popular Mechanics was talking about. It's like, okay, how's this going to screw things up? I mean, holy crap, this could really cause some major chaos. Another planet coming in.
If any of this stuff is real, it makes everything here is a waste of time. It's unimportant. It changes everything to the point where it's like, what are we even doing?
I agree. I think that's been the problem all along.
Yeah.
What if this is the cycle?
We're too self-contained, and as soon as something comes in and breaks our bubble, all hell's going to break loose, and nothing's ever going to be the same for any of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what if this is like I guess, what if this is the cycle, that we kind of talk about, What if this is the cycle that this is like this is the problem we have to fix to move on? You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't get fixed, then we go back to the Stone Age and we build back up to it,
Or is it simply the cycle, and it's not that we are purposely made to forget, we just do over.
Well, we're reduced back down to when our civilization is destroyed to the point where we're knocked back to the Stone Age, we don't have any choice but to forget.
It's just a simple thing, just like we talked about last week with Granny and Canning.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It just happens because that's the way it works.
How much of our own history are we now learning was falsified, forgotten, rewritten? We have proof of that.
Right. Well, the winners are ones who write the history, not the losers. I mean, honestly, it's the truth.
No, I know.
All the historic events are from the perspective of the winner of the situation.
The winner. Yeah, you're right.
The good guys to brag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You lose, no one's going to listen to you.
Like if Germany had won, we would all be, praising the regime and happy with everything.
Well, I've got to fly, so I'm gonna. Oh, I missed it. And here's the thing: it's the bad ones, the evil ones, the deceitful ones. they seem to always win because they
'Cause they
go
don't
in
play
and
fair.
steal everything.
They
They
don't
go
play
in
fair.
and steal everything. Yeah, they don't play fair.
If
They
if
steal
there's
everything.
if there's
and now they
rules
have
at all, if there's rules at all, and one guy's like, I'm going to play by the rules, and the other guy's like, screw the rules, he's going to win because he is not restrained or restricted in any way. And this guy's going to be like, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. And he's like, I can, so you're
screw
done.
it. Yeah, exactly.
And this is why Zahi Hawass doesn't let anyone into the secret chamber.
Exactly.
Well, that's why I try to tell people, because they're like, oh, the good guys win. I'm like, the good guys never win. The good guys don't win because they're good guys, and their nature doesn't allow them to beat somebody that doesn't play by the rules.
Because then they're not a good guy anymore, which is I had a bunch of videos that this would be good for this in part TikTok. I just want TikTok. I'd send a bunch of videos to you today, Tom.
I did see some.
Did
about
you?
The generals and
oh yeah. Let me find it. Where is
there was another one about Mr. Kirk. But
I don't remember that one.
you sent it to me.
I did.
There's a woman on TikTok. You sent it to me through TikTok.
I've got to get in control of the situation. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Messages. Tommy 92. Okay, what was this one? Oh yeah, the predictive. That wasn't so much about Charlie Kirk as it was about predictive programming. That's
more about the Simpsons and all that other stuff.
Yeah, which was crazy. Shelley had sent me that. Actually, the girl my friend that I do my other podcast with, I think she said, because it's like, okay, it made me look at the Simpsons completely different. My whole time, all these years, has been going towards down the line of this guy's got to be psychic. This guy's got to be psychic, and he is making all these predictions and making this freaking cartoon to predict his downloads and readings. But this proposes that, oh no, the Simpsons introduces these ideas to the collective consciousness
And they
and they now manifest.
Yeah.
So he's like the
puppet master.
He's throwing the log on the fire.
Well then wouldn't that happen with more shows than just The Simpsons then?
I think it if we look at it that way, that it does. Think about it.
Well, I do think that especially movies and look at Star Trek.
How many times have you guys quoted a freaking cartoon from when you were a kid? Well, remember that time?
What's a cartoon?
I mean,
who was
what's the one you did last week with the rogue planet flying by the Earth?
Thunder the Barbarian.
See what I'm saying?
You remember? Oh, Tommy, you remember Black Star, the Thunder?
Oh, yeah, the two swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Star.
So what do you think of
yeah,
the ghost in Stern.
I almost called him something that might get us canceled.
There is a physicist capture elusive 4D ghost in the CERN particle accelerator.
Well, you can't be messing with particle physics and stuff, and then you open up a portal, and then guess what comes through?
You need Ray Vinkman to stop that.
Bad
I know.
things. Just like using a Ouija board, man. You use the Ouija board, you don't know what the hell you're doing, bad things are going to happen.
And they are just monkeying with stuff. Yeah, they are just monkeying with stuff.
The fact that I think it was Parker Brothers Parker Brothers.
They marketed to kids as a game.
Marketed that Ouija as a board game.
I'm telling you, Tom.
It's still it. I can go to Walmart and buy one right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But check this out. The same area. I read that Popular Mechanics article today. Also, I had read this article about the CERN particle accelerator and how they have been actively trying to access the matrix. They have been actively trying to make some change, prove the matrix exists, and absolutely nothing they have done will tell them anything.
You know, it seems like I read an article where they did change some molecule or something. I can't remember how they did it, but they were acting like you could change reality.
Well, they found the God particle, didn't they? With CERN?
Yes.
The Higgs boson, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-huh.
I mean, so if they found the God particle, it would not surprise me they had some fourth dimension creature.
Yeah. I can't remember, and I just read this like a week or two ago, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but they had two particles, and they used one to change the other, and they weren't even like close to each other.
Wouldn't that be particle entanglement?
I don't know. I don't know what you call it.
Well, yeah, multi-dimensional activity. Not merely a new discovery, it's a crack in the foundation of what we thought we knew. I don't know. It's a big article. But it is CERN scientists break silence on terrifying new discovery that changes everything. But that was released in April of this year. Insiders say the particle's behavior suggests the existence of parallel dimensions or at least serious defects of the standard model of particle physics. I think that's something different than what I'm talking about, actually.
I say we get a whole bunch of DMT and trick Tom into drinking it all, and then we always
so he can.
Yeah, we just send him in.
So he can be on all fours out in the front yard puking while we all sing happy birthday in a circle around him.
Yes.
Tommy don't drink anymore.
Tommy, you got to eat about 10 pounds of goulash first.
Happy birthday.
That was the best thing that happened.
That is a core memory.
But that could be the home entertainment for everybody.
Me too. I need it.
That is a core memory, man. Anyway, I think this is happening. You know, you said something earlier, JC. You said, if all these things are true, or even if some of them are true, what the fuck is the point of any of it?
Yeah, we're doing everything
and
wrong.
I think, here's the thing, I think that's where people are right now.
Yeah, well, and just the fact that Edgar Casey could do what he did, we're doing something wrong. He did something right, and I mean, how do we do that? How do we figure that out?
We have to unplug from the very thing no one wants to unplug from, because we are so ingrained to think we need that. We are so ingrained to think we need whatever this. I mean, is it a matrix? Is it several matrices? Is it what? I mean, it's obviously global, so it encompasses the whole earth. We talk to other people in other countries. We're not the only ones going through weird shit with our government.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But when you look at these people, they weren't part of it. He literally, Nostradamus sat in his office and freaking wrote all of his things down.
Edgar Casey, what I think about Nostradamus.
Edgar Casey laid in his office and went into trances while somebody wrote down what he said.
Yeah, and he was awesome. I mean, clearly anybody can do it, but how?
We're so distracted. I don't even think they had electricity back when Edgar Casey was alive.
It was turn of the century, I think.
Yeah, so
They had electricity. They
had
electricity.
I think he died in the 40s during World War II.
Yeah, he was born in like the late 1800s, and they had electricity then. I mean,
they did.
I think the White House had electricity,
but that don't mean like everybody did.
No, no,
I
we
know,
never.
but I'm just saying there was electricity. I mean,
But we have so many distractions, and we're convinced that we need these things. Well, I need to have a giant, beautiful house. I need to have a nice car because I've got to make it to my job so I can get the paycheck to pay for these things that I
waste my
need.
life getting money to buy the next stupid thing.
Yeah, and I need to have this TV, and I need to have this computer, and it's all I need to work to have these things that I can't enjoy because I'm working to have these things I can't enjoy because I'm working to have these things.
You never get to work enough to pay for them.
right.
Uh-huh.
You get to stay in debt, so you keep working.
Yeah, and now they want us to go even longer and even farther. They want us to work forever, and there are people on this planet that have said no, and they live off grid or partially off grid, or they've unplugged from the matrix as much as they can. And there's people that are totally unplugged.
Yeah, but then the government comes and harasses them.
Yeah, they give you their old Ruby Ridge.
As long as you pay, they are unplugged, other than having to pay a property tax.
Well, look what they did to old Ruby Ridge, though.
But people are not willing, and they count on it. It took them a long time to build that system. I mean, the system feeds itself at this point. They don't even have to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, eventually, I plan to own a fleet of robots and get them all jobs and just sit back and rake it in.
I don't know. I think that we need to go back to doing trade amongst ourselves.
Barter was awesome. It might not be equal trades, but as long as it's of good value to you and you're okay with giving up for it, then
that's it. Whatever.
Don't need a dollar amount.
Helping each other. I don't know.
Yeah, and I always like the idea of basically villages or small towns that would always like pool their food and have like a community and have like on the weekends, like you'd have basically the 4th of July and everybody come have food together.
Yeah.
And
that's what the Amish do.
Yeah. So, and they all know each other, and they might not all be best buddies or anything, but they all know each other. And they know who the crappy people are, and they know who the great people are.
Back in the day, every little town or at least little area had a store within 5 miles of them.
Yeah.
5 or 6 miles. But see what's happened. Little stores got pushed out by the big stores.
Yeah.
We had a gas station here. We had a gas station. They sold, things gas stations sell.
That's like what Starbucks did. They went and they found the mom and pop shops, the small town coffee shops, and they set up across the street and dropped their prices until they.
Here's what happened to our little gas station. Oil company refused to deliver oil, and the gas company said, "We're not stopping there anymore." Wow. They were pushed out. So now we're down to Casey's, and there is a Gulf as well, and the MFA. But I got to drive 7, so I always got to make sure I got enough gas to get 7 miles because that's how far I got to get gas.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But that's what they do, and that's what they do over and over again, and we just let them.
It's good. The only way you can just be like self-sustaining really is to have your own kind of a business.
So I quit doing Walmart unless I have to, and I go to Mark's.
Yeah.
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 I don't go to Walmart anymore either. That place is irritating.
It's like Walmart. No.
I have them delivered to me. If I've got to get stuff from there, they can deliver it to me.
I'd rather go anywhere but Walmart. I'll go drive to a little store somewhere else.
But
in my town, there was a grocery store in our town here, and Walmart. I guess there was a couple of grocery stores, But Walmart, people go to Walmart because I think one, it's convenient because you get everything from Walmart, and they go with low prices. And I'm like, and I told a lot of people, I'm like, you're better off getting deals at the grocery store than the low prices than Walmart, because you'll get more bang for your buck on the deals. Even though you might pay a little bit more at there, you're still going to get more bang for your buck than you are going to be at these Walmarts. But you know what? Walmart, there's a pharmacy in town, and I think it's kind of gone downhill.
Yeah.
I don't think it's open anymore because Walmart pharmacy.
Well, because when you go to the doctor, what do they say? You want to pick your drugs up at Walmart? Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
I mean, I'm in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, and it's like the only thing we have, grocery store and everything, it's Walmart. That's our general store. That's where we go. We have a Casey's in town, just like every other small town, that you can get something quick and go. But like if you're doing your grocery shopping for the week or whatever, you go to Walmart. Christmas come around, you go to Walmart. Halloween, buy stuff for Halloween, go to Walmart. I mean, Michelle, you've called me and every time I call you, you're going to Walmart. I'm like, yeah, I know, because because I need something, and that's where I have to freaking go to get it. It's Walmart.
It's because they shut down everything else. They put them in places. They put them in places where they can. They're like why like where I live? Why did we even ever need one? We're small.
Yeah,
there's one right in our town.
Man, when I lived up in Kansas City, I loved Price Chopper. Price Chopper was my jam, man. I used to go in there. I could always get a good deal on steak on KC strips, man. They always had a sale on KC strips at the Price Chopper if they're on Shawnee Mission and Quivira. And I'd go in there, I'd grab a thing of KC strips, and then you got a little card. So when you bought so much, for every like $50 or whatever that you buy, it gives you 5 cents off at the Quick Trip. So
yeah, Walmart does that now.
Do they?
If you got the Walmart app and you do the delivery and all that stuff, because I'm on Kat's account.
They redid the Walmart out here, and they wiped out all of the parking spaces that are close to the building except for the handicap, and they made them all reserved for delivery and pickup. You have to park way out and walk all the way across the lot to get in there.
That's terrible.
So I don't even go there anymore. And they redid. It's been the same. Everything's been in the same place for over 20 years. Like you go in, you know where to go get light bulbs. You know where to go get whatever food you're looking for. Like you know where everything is on the shelves because they've been going there for so long. They decided to redo everything on the inside.
And they made on our Walmart. They made the floor slick as snot.
That's what they did. They redid the floors like that, so it's like polished concrete. And then
it's horribly.
They decided to relocate everything in the store. It's like so I go in and I start walking towards what I wanted, and I'm like, what is going on? And I said something to them, and they're like, "Oh, that's over here. I think we're still moving everything around." I was like, I used to come in here all the time, and I liked it because I could go right to where I wanted and get it and go home. Now I have to come in here, and it's like a freaking treasure hunt. I'm looking for gold in this muff.
It is.
I wonder if the Atlanteans had the same problem.
Probably.
What aisle's of popcorn on?
So what are we talking about next week, guys?
Well, I don't know. We could probably project a start on something, and then we'll go somewhere else. We'll go right off.
I don't know. I thought we stayed fairly on.
We talked about Atlantis quite a bit.
Yeah.
I thought so. I
don't know. I mean,
now all we have to worry about, we just need to keep an eye out for when Prince Namor comes in and proclaims himself King of America.
Right.
What happened to that guy?
Who?
The guy that was on TikTok and he was going to be God or something. Remember the
Mahdi?
The Iranian guy. Or
I read a thing where everybody decided he's the Antichrist.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him he just fell off he's gone.
I occasionally see something come across my feed, but I don't see too much about him anymore.
Huh.
He disappeared about the same time the Bigfoot reels disappeared.
What, it was the same guy?
Could have been.
He's probably mad because he lost the Buga Sphere.
Probably.
He's like, my
I don't
Buga
know.
Sphere, where has it gone?
What
Oh
are we
no,
talking about
Steve
next
Kerr has
time?
it.
Huh? What'd you say?
What do we talk about next time? I mean, I could think of a few things. We could talk about, I mean, we've talked a little bit about the Younger Dryas, but I don't know if there's, you know.
You know what we didn't even touch on the subject of the Buga Sphere?
What's
Did
that?
they try to smoke the resin? I mean, who knows what's in that?
True.
What's that movie, Better Off Dead, with John Cusack and the guy
How
who
are they going to
played,
throw away a perfectly good white boy like that?
yeah, no, the part where he's up there with the guy who played Booger in Revenge of the Nerds, and he's sitting up there with the top hat, and he's got the snow up on the top hat, and he's got it all divvied up in lines, and he's snorting it. He goes, "Do you realize what we have here? That's pure snow." So that makes no sense. Anyway, what if I don't know. I mean, do we want to go on the Lost Civilization train to one more place called Hyperborea? Or do we want to tackle something else?
What are you guys capable of tackling?
Oh, I'm sure I have opinion on everything.
Bad guys.
What'd you say?
Bad guys. I can tackle bad guys.
All right, well, let's look into what's going on. You get out there and you find out everything that's going on right now. I know most everything.
Here we go. How about we do what's that? The Dark Knight up there.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we go take a look into that? Why don't we start researching something in there, see what we can find, and talk about it?
Well, there's only about we probably only could talk for 5 or 10 minutes before we'd be repeating ourselves on that, I think.
Yeah, there's not much, but it would lead into even more stuff came out.
Oh yeah, who knows what
about these comets.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
They're still updating the 31 Atlas and saying it's all crazy looking.
Yeah.
You know, I heard there was a thing.
I sent you a video about that too.
I take this with a grain of salt because I heard it on TikTok. But there was one guy saying that the 3i Atlas stopped, changed course, and was now headed towards Mars.
I heard that not on TikTok.
Yeah, I heard that it changed toward Earth.
And it wasn't on TikTok.
But of course they're going to say it changed toward Earth, so.
Okay, it wasn't on Facebook Messenger.
And
I saw it somewhere. I don't know. It was like middle of the night. Like, it came. They said it came to a stop. It turned, and now it was like aimed for Mars.
Yeah, I heard that too.
How true that is, I don't know. I mean, it's the interwebs.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
Probably what's going to happen is it's going to get here.
Tyson was talking about it. I would believe it.
Tom, what's probably going to happen is it's going to get here and it's going to send down a little ship and it's going to land in like Tacoma and now it's out of the ship's going to come Marshall, Will, and Holly.
And
That's
Chaka.
right. That's right.
Will they have Chaka with them?
I tell you, at this point, it would not.
There's ever been.
At this point, it wouldn't surprise me. I would be like, "Oh, okay, no problem."
Chaka, the space pilot.
Yeah. I mean, really, at this point, it wouldn't. I'd be like, "Cool."
I know. I'm like, well, this isn't any crazier than any other stupid ass shit that's been happening.
Whatever.
All right, Chaka.
You know? All right, Tommy. Say goodbye. Say good night, Tommy.
Good night, Tommy.
Say good night, JC. Good night. See you next week. Like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the things.